So looking around the space and seeing what people talk about, people want burns, right? They want burns when it comes to SHIB. They want large portions of the supply removed. Just so you guys know, it doesn't immediately impact price. Okay. You still have to work through liquidity. You still have to, go through your natural climb. That it doesn't just immediately move the needle. Now, I have to say, I'm surprised that nobody has figured out a sustainable way to remove Shiba Inu supply in a major way yet. Okay. Right now, we've seen projects launch that have had percentage burns. Percentage burns don't work. Okay. People get tired of them really quick. They get tired of just having a flat 5%, 10%, whatever removed from their bag. They just simply don't like it. That's why these models always fail. And I have to say that obviously the low burn fee that we're seeing on shibarium, that's not a sustainable business model either. Although it does ramp up over time as there's increased load on the network, it's still not anything meaningful. You're not removing these large portions of the supply. So what I have to say is I'm surprised that no other chain out there is doing this in a sustained way. You could essentially make an asset a best store of value in the space simply by adding a flat fee to each of the transactions. Doesn't have to be a big one. And I hope Shib Association does this, but if you add something like a 10-cent flat fee, okay, let's say the transaction fee is 20 cents and you make half of it the burn fee, right? 10 cents per transaction. If you have 100,000 transactions per day, okay, that equates to 400 billion SHIB removed per year. You compound that further, right? You get major adoption, million transactions per day. That's 4 trillion SHIB removed per year. 5 million, right? 20 trillion SHIB per year removed. You see how this begins to ramp up. But that's the thing, is that's without getting out of control. It's a sustainable way to remove SHIB. And the fact that, the SHIB Association, well, obviously they're still in development right now, but the fact that the SHIB ecosystem hasn't rolled out something like this just freaking baffles me. The crazy thing is you have the ability, right? SHIB is, I think, going to be a top 5 coin regardless. As always, this is not financial advice, but I believe SHIB is going to cement itself as a top 5 coin. It's never going to move out of that space once it gets there. And it's because of that. It's still so young. It's got worldwide recognition. People are still interested in it. And there's a lot of stuff that's actually going on. But if you add in the additional use case of Shiba Inu becoming the best store of value in the crypto space, it only expands the possibilities. It could become the new Bitcoin, which may sound weird to say, and I may get flack for saying that, but theoretically you could, right? Because Bitcoin is supposed to be a hedge against inflation. It's supposed to be a store of value. And obviously BTC still goes through these major corrections like the rest of the space does. Okay. And obviously, I believe went through like 75% correction or 80% correction during this market cycle. I think it's more like 75%. But if you have an asset that is hyper deflationary, major portions of the supply that are in fact removed, you can actually mitigate this reduction that you see in terms of price in a bear market cycle. Hell, you may even eliminate it completely, depending on how much supply is removed. But you just have to make sure you have a model that is in fact sustainable. And the great thing is because SHIB has such a large supply, this sustainable reduction in supply can last for multiple market cycles. And I'm just surprised that nobody else has implemented this model yet or figured out this model. It's not very complex. You don't have to do a lot, and you can still make it competitive with the rest of the market. So I'm hoping that when the SHIB Association launches their chain, or at some point here with the SHIB ecosystem, they implement something like this that makes sense. 10 cent, 20 cent transaction fee, it's really not that much, especially if you cap it, you leave it the same, and you make sure it just doesn't approach the fees that you see in something like Ethereum. So I wanted to share that. I still think SHIB has this potential to become this best store of value in the crypto space. I think eventually they are going to get burns figured out in one way or the other, whether it's, again, the SHIB Association, whether it's the SHIB ecosystem, or both, or something else, right? But that's why I'm in this for the long haul. We're still so early. There's so much development that's going on. And the great thing is people have all these exciting ideas that are going to keep drawing people to Shiba Inu. So I appreciate you guys as always. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great rest of your day. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.